Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. There is just so much going on the channel right now between the C8 Corvette content. The 99 F350 rebuild or restore is going to get underway soon, kind of getting the ducks in a row there. And oddly enough, I think, and if this video gets published, then it'll obviously be true, I will be taking delivery of a TRX in a couple of hours. It's not the TRX that I ordered, but it is a TRX nonetheless. That's similarly equipped, different color, a couple more options that I don't want, missing a couple options that I did want, but ultimately it is a TRX that I can use to build content on the channel and help this platform grow. And what that means, sadly and unfortunately, is we have to say goodbye to the Raptor. And this truck has a very special place in my heart. And I know people that are in the TRX squad are going to say that, hey, you know, it's a Raptor, haha, V6. People in the Ford squad are going to say that, oh, it's a Ram product, quality's bad, yada, yada, yada. Ultimately, for me, it's about experiencing really cool, really fun cars and sharing that experience with everybody on the channel. But this truck is special to me, and I am a little bit sad to see it go, but this is kind of what the automotive journey is like. Especially if you're a car enthusiast, you get attached to every vehicle that you get, because you get it with a purpose. For me, this was a personal accomplishment. I try to make this channel about the cars and trucks, and so I don't ramble on too much about me. If you've been following the channel, you know that I like to focus on the cars. But for me, this was a dream that came true. I used to dream about the Raptor when I was in high school, when they first came out with the Gen 1s. And I come from humble origins. You know, my parents didn't have a lot of money. We were lower middle class, and a lot more of the lower than any of the middle. And for me to have accomplished my dream and buying my dream truck, this truck has always meant something special to me. But with everything going on in life, I obviously just can't keep this around as a trophy truck. This will have to unfortunately go for the TRX. And I'm excited to share that the TRX is actually a really, really amazing truck from everything that I've read and heard. Yeah, there's some quality issues that they've encountered. You know, I have my iPhone cable in the truck ready to go in case I need it on the return home. But it's all workable things. It's all things you'd expect in the first year. It's a little eyebrow raising, but it is what it is. My only grip is that Ram as a brand has been hands down the worst brand to deal with out of any vehicle that I've ever purchased. I've waited 7.5 months now, and I still don't have a build date, which speaks to Ram and what their priorities are. They've doled out thousands of dealer stock orders while pretty much back-pocketing sold orders, and I'm not thrilled about that. But again, that speaks to the brand and not the product. And my videos and my channel is going to share everything and anything about the Ram TRX as a product. And I'll get on my soapbox about my gripes with Ram and everything that I've had, you know, as far as concerns about this whole process. And I hope that they improve on it, because I really, really think that the Hellcat motor and the TRX platform are truly amazing, and it's something that years from now we're going to look back at, kind of how we look back at the Vin Diesel Fast and Furious Chargers and Challengers. But sadly, the brand behind that product is not that great from my experience, but we'll get onto all of that at a later video. So let's get on the road, get over to the dealership and get the paperwork done and take delivery of our 2021 Ram TRX. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. If I can figure out where the entrance to this parking lot is. Yep, turn right into the telephone pole. That's how you want to take delivery. Oh, and there it is. Oh man, look at this thing. Wow. In about 20 minutes, it's gonna be ours, boys. It's definitely got an overwhelming new car smell. Between the C8 and the Raptor, I've kind of had most manufacturers, at least the big three in the US, and this is definitely the most overwhelming smell for a new car, but not in a bad way. surprisingly, it's very roomy back here. I will say, I don't know why the floor mat's in 2 pieces. This is just such a nice truck. The interior's got just such a nice feel to it. All the materials are upscale. I actually don't even know what the full spec on this truck is. I saw online, it pretty much just said TRX MSRP. I'm here. Ooh, it's a big jump. Just the materials in this truck are insane. This is going to be a big adjustment because there's going to be such a strong learning curve. At least I think, you know, we'll wait to find out. So I do believe this has the carbon fiber package as well as the Harman Kardon system. I can see that. It's pretty much a fully loaded spec. And in person, I think the white actually looks really, really good. I wanted a red one. That's what the spec that I ordered was, that Ram just never built. We got the full sunroof in here. So, I mean, it's got all the options that you'd really want. But man, this truck is just insane. Especially in person, it's a lot bigger than what I anticipated it to be. And I apologize if my voice is a little muffled. I do have a mask on. Has its wheel locks, wireless phone charger. That's definitely an upgrade over the Raptor. A small storage space in here. I guess you can put your phone in there if you're not wirelessly charging it. And honestly, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to buy this truck is this shifter. I've loved the Trackhawks for so long. I've never had the opportunity to own one. The fact that they went away with the rotary dials specific to the TRX as opposed to, let's say, a regular Ram 1500 and went with this column shifter here. I shouldn't say column shifter, it's not here, but the center console mounted shifter, it's just such a nice feel to it. Now, in terms of options that are different from the spec that I ordered in this truck, this obviously has the rock rails. I'm not a huge fan of it. We'll kind of see what we end up doing there. Possibly automatic running boards, or maybe just take them off because they are a little bit awkward. And with elderly parents, I have to be mindful of that. The next big thing is this does have the decal packages. It's something that I thought was overpriced and I didn't really want, to be honest. So guys, here's the first cold start. I've actually never heard this truck in person. I've never sat in a Ram truck until a couple minutes ago that you guys saw. Here we go. It doesn't have a knocking sound that a lot of people have heard with the TRXs. It does have a little bit of a noise, but it sounds like it's going to go away once it warms up a little bit. And here we go. We have the 3 best trucks from all 3 US manufacturers here all together. We have the new Ram TRX that we are going to be taking home today. We have the age-old king of the hill, or what used to be the king of the hill, the Ford Raptor. And then we have the GM product right back there. At least in terms of their off-road offering in comparison to these 2 trucks. And my first impressions, guys, is this is absolutely amazing. I took a quick little ride in the TRX and I'm just blown away by the V8. I haven't had a Hellcat platform vehicle before and I've always wanted a Trackhawk, and I think this is so much better because it's a truck, and so it gives you a lot more flexibility, a lot more capability, and I'm really liking this white paint. And it's not red, so it's not going to match the C8, but it's just amazing. I can't even fit the whole truck without taking too many steps back to get it in one frame shot. And so as much as this truck has meant to me, it got this YouTube platform started. Everyone that's been a part of this channel from the get-go, I hope you continue to support the channel. Ultimately, it's about all the different cars that we're going to own, but this one will always have a special place in our heart. And so all the paperwork is done. We do now officially own this Ram TRX, and in a little bit I'm just going to get on the road, head back home, and hopefully at the end share a little bit of my impressions and feedback with the truck. Well, take a wild guess which idiot left his GoPro uncharged before going out for a delivery on a new vehicle. Yep, you guessed it, your resident YouTube dum-dum over here decided he didn't want to charge his GoPro all the way, and it died on me halfway through yesterday. So first things first, I apologize for that, but to put a little bit of context around it, yesterday was a pretty hectic day. I woke up at 5 a.m, did the usual. Around 7 o'clock, I turned my computer on, saw that there was a dealer stock TRX about 2-3 hours away from me. And as many of you know, I've had a TRX on order for about 8 full months now. It is absolutely disheartening how poorly Ram chooses to treat some of its customers, actually a lot of its customers, by prioritizing so many dealer stock orders that can be sold to predatory ADM dealers instead of sold orders from loyal customers. And I'm a first-time Ram truck buyer, and more than likely maybe my last time buying a Ram product, but I feel really bad for the people that have bought Mopar and Ram FCA, Stellantis, Cilantro, whatever you want to call yourself now. At this point, it doesn't even make any sense to memorize their new name. They go through so many mergers and buyouts and mergers and buyouts that they keep changing their name. And it is sad to see that the TRX is such an amazing product. We'll get into that. They have so many good dealerships. The dealership that I placed my order with, the dealership that I bought this dealer stock order through, were absolutely amazing the entire way through. But Ram Corporate seems to go out of their way to prioritize their customers the absolute least and bottom of their priority list. And don't get caught up in all their cliches. Again, my experience for the last 8 months have been miserable, and it feels bad to say that after 8 months, I don't even have the truck that's my own spec. But ultimately, guys, we have a TRX on the channel, and I'm excited to make a ton of content with this truck. And so far, I have to say that even if the brand sucks, the product is absolutely phenomenal. It's fast, it's comfortable, it rides really well. The fit and finish of the interior, hands down, is truly amazing. I still think that it's a little bit better than the 2021 F-150's redesigned new interior. I mean, just taking a look at it, it's very aggressive, it's very bold. It still doesn't get as much attention as the Raptor did. That may have something to do with the fact that this does share a lot of its styling language from the Ram Rebel. But I have to say the white paint is really growing on me. It's really, really gorgeous in the sunlight. The best way I can describe it with the graphics package, the black wheels, the two-tone, and the white is I bought basically a Stormtrooper edition of the Ram TRX. And I am absolutely blown away by how fast this truck is. And I am trying my absolute best to keep the RPMs down, keep the speed down, because again, this truck is very fast, but it does need its break-in time. And so when I tell everyone that this truck is fast, I still haven't even unlocked the full potential yet, because I'm still about 300 miles into the first 500 miles. And I plan to give this truck its due diligence, because again, you want this motor to break in right so you don't have any issues. The manufacturer suggests keeping it below a certain speed threshold, a certain RPM threshold for the first 500 miles. And so I'll get through all of that really soon here so we can truly enjoy this truck. Just taking a quick look at the interior, the fit and finish is absolutely perfect. The materials are upscale. Look at the overall material quality finishes. I mean, the buttons, the sliders, everything is upscale. The carbon, it has a really nice kind of flat carbon here with a nice gloss carbon trim that runs along this side here. And I plan to do a full PDI of this truck. The only issue that I found so far is this little plastic panel seems to be missing on the passenger side, which really isn't anything big. And there's a loose bolt inside the tailgate, so when I open the tailgate, I can hear a little bolt rolling around in there. But again, in the next coming week, I am going to take this truck and put it on a rack and do a full and thorough PDI inspection myself, because let's be honest, if you have been following the Ram TRX forums, there is an eyebrow-raising amount of quality control and production issues that have come across these trucks. No deal breakers, but just minor things that if you run through it one more time, then you don't have any headaches down the road. But again, none of that detracts from how awesome this truck is. I really, really love it, and I truly enjoy it. Just take a look at this interior. I love the dashboard. I think the gauges are really, really well done. Highest of the high quality there, and this screen is actually pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit overwhelming not having as many buttons and everything being in a touch menu, but I think once I figure it all out, it's gonna be really cool. A really nice blend of Alcantara suede materials everywhere with really nice stitching. This does have the red stitching package, which I didn't have on my build because honestly I thought it was a little overpriced for having just some stitching work done. But in person it actually looks really, really nice, especially the TRX embossed in red. I have to say this truck is absolutely amazing in every single way imaginable, and I do look forward to sharing a ton of content with everyone, as well as going over the spec, the payment, the insurance costs, the whole nine. And so all in all, I look forward to sharing what the experience of owning a Ram TRX is like. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a big old thumbs up. If you have not already, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. A lot of cool C8 Corvette content, a lot of Raptor content already on the channel, and obviously a lot of TRX content to come. And so if you don't want to miss any of it, there's a little red button down below so you can be in the forefront of every video as it drops. And until then, guys, as always, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all in the comment section below.